in the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains. There's a single ant species that really dominates this landscape. And what we found is that there are these lineages of rove beetle that have evolved to infiltrate the ant colony and exploit its resources. And in the case of one of these species, this beetle called Sceptobius, it's evolved the ability to trick the ants into believing it is actually an ant. It will climb up on top of the ant's body to scoop up the ant's body surface pheromones that are called cuticular hydrocarbons, and then it smears its feet over itself, so it bastes itself down with the ant's pheromones. You can use computational methods, laser cut these little arenas out of acrylic, point a machine vision camera at them, train a neural network to spot the little key points on their bodies, to track and quantify the symbiotic behavior of the beetles. Now, what Sceptobius has evolved the ability to do is shut down its own synthesis of these chemicals. So it's this chemical blank slate that it can then paint the ant's own pheromones onto, so it can be accepted as a nest mate and become fed mouth to mouth. But it can never leave the nest, because if it does so, it desiccates and dies because it no longer has this waxy boundary layer on its exoskeleton. So Sceptobius is stuck inside these ant colonies, and yet it's in its interests to access members of its own species to reproduce with. And that means finding a way out of its nest to other nests in the landscape. And Sceptobius has solved this problem by eavesdropping on the ants' foraging trails. They lay down chemicals called iridoids. And what you can do is extract these iridoid chemicals and paint them in patterns. And Sceptobius will religiously walk round and round in many revolutions for hundreds of meters. And so we think this is how it can exit a colony, re-up the cuticular hydrocarbons as it's moving, and find members of its own species to reproduce with in other colonies. Probably most people would walk in the forest would never see the ants, let alone the beetles. But this thing has been going on for millions of years, kind of waiting there for us to study them.